What three numbers would you pick to represent a country? Here are three of mine. 25 trillion renminbi. That's the total debt owed by the local governments in China. This is equivalent to the size of the entire German economy. People often regard China as a political monolith controlled by the Communist Party. But in fact, its system is one of fractured authoritarianism. Governments at the local level invest directly into infrastructure, real estate, and other projects. Beijing is ordering local governments to strip out industrial overcapacity. But those governments are resisting, mainly because their commercial interests are at stake. 247,000. This is the number of electric vehicles sold in China in 2015. 4 times more than the previous year, making China by far the world's largest electric vehicle market. This shows two big Chinese trends. First, the country is desperate to clean up its environment. Second, China can and is generating significant cutting-edge technology. 8.7 per 100,000 people. This is China's suicide rate. Actually, it reveals a positive trend. It has come down dramatically from 23 people per 100,000 in the late 1990s. Most Chinese suicides occur in rural areas. Some 690 million people live in rural China, or about 3.5 times the population of Brazil. The sharp decline in suicide rates shows how the shift of rural China from grinding poverty to greater economic dynamism is changing people's lives in a very fundamental way. If you had to characterize China in just 3 numbers, which ones would you choose?
How would you characterize America in 3 numbers? Here are my favorites. 40. That's a percentage of our so-called imports from Mexico that are